And we're live. Welcome to the writer's life, the place where you get the sight, sound, smells, taste of my particular writer's life, and where you get the truth. Listen, if somebody's out there live watching this right now, which I know is difficult because I don't post when I'm going to do these, let me know if the sound's all right. Because I've been having a little trouble with the sound. I don't know if it's my microphone, my computer, or what. So if somebody's out there, let me know. But if not, hopefully this is all right. Anyway, if you haven't, subscribe. Um, Punch out the like button and hit the bell or tap it for notifications so that you don't miss out on one uber exciting video. So media interest and or disinterest. Um, an awful lot of writers get really. Let's see, live Big Philly. Yo, Big Philly man, good to see you here. How's it sound? I'll tell me in a minute. This is an industry where, like, like a lot of writers get discouraged. Like they write and they think they've written the next War and Peace or the next, I don't know, whatever's been very popular, and and they just can't get it sold, and so then they just sort of pack it in and quit and do something else. But what people have to understand, like life itself, let's see what he says. Sounds perfect today. Thanks, Big Philly. Um, what people have to understand is that the writer's life mimics real life in that, like, you have your ups and you have your downs, you have your ups and you have your downs, and generally if you can find an equilibrium, um, that's where you want to be, because if you stick it out as long as I have, you'll learn that, like, the highs aren't as high as they really are and the lows aren't as low as they really are. I mean, I've had times where I've just been, like, I'm a rock star, and I've had times where I'm like, I think I'm going to jump off a building. I mean, like, literally, like, that's it. But then I got a little bit older, and I was like, oh, okay, now I see how it works. And there are times, like, you can write kind of shittily, and shittily, is that a word? You can write kind of shittily. I'm going to say it anyway, and everybody wants to buy it. Wants to buy it. Like, I'm going through a period right now where, like, I'm selling stuff, like, kind of a lot of stuff, and it's just the cycle I'm in, and you would think, like, it'd be the opposite with the economy being in the crapper and all that sort of stuff, but it's just the way it goes. And then, like, like 6 months from now, it could be like my agent could be like, geez, I can't get anything through for you, like, so, like, it's just this is I'll say it again, this is an industry that defies all logic. It's a fucked up industry, because it's not even an industry. It's more like I don't know what it is. It's like part lottery, part pipe dream, part hobby, part art. But there is most definitely a business side to it, and, like, I think you the more you create great art and combine it with a decent business acumen, the better you're going to do. And don't expect too much. Always, like, a publicity person told me once, like, expect nothing. If you can learn to expect nothing, then when something happens, it's great, right? It's kind of like being in a war, and, like, you can't really function if you're, like, every single second you're, like, afraid you're going to lose your life. The second you convince yourself that you're already dead anyway, let's face it, we are, like, we have a finite number of beats. You're dead anyway. Then you can sort of function, and you can function like a professional. What's Philly saying again? Last night I read a memoir of 70s men's adventure pulp. I should just use my glasses, huh? Pulp writer Len Levison. Yeah, I'm reading that right now, Big Philly. Highly recommend in terms of ups and tons of downs in a writer's life. I'm reading that right now, buddy. It's pretty cool, huh? Lev Levinson. He had several. He's still writing. He's like in his late 80s or something like that. Yeah, so like actually, thanks, Big Philly, because that lends itself well to what I'm talking about today. Like this guy Lev Levinson, I'm reading his memoir right now. Like on old manual typewriters, he was writing like pulp speed, getting tons of commissions from New York publishers, and then suddenly like they'd cut him off, and he'd be broke, looking for his next paycheck and meal, and he had a wife and all this sort of stuff. So like, he had to literally write for his life, like right to save his life. In any case, that's all I got to say today. Again, running behind. Um, Tomorrow's Wednesday, I believe. Okay, so we're still good. I'm still on for the 4:30. Ask me anything on Friday. Bring your favorite beverage if you want. Um, Hopefully, we get some people. A Big Philly, I know you'll be there, um, and a couple others, at least 3 or 4 others, hopefully. And you can ask me anything you want. I don't care if it has to do with writing, publishing, travel, um, cryptocurrency, anything you want. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Ciao, ciao.